desktop, and I'm going to also have it on the web, so people can just connect to this the main server, and at real time they can check the prices, they can see the prices moving up and down as buying and selling occurs on the thing. And that's why part of the society I teach all sorts of technology, and it's important to learn more than just 2 or 3 different languages, because every single language, as you will learn later on, is used for a different platform. But for example, the iPhone, if you want to develop something for the iPhone, what language would you use?
Java.
Java? No.
No.
It's not Java.
It's not Java.
Objective-C.
Objective
So you need to know Objective-C. Objective-C is completely different than Java. Java is for the Android.
Oh,
They
yeah.
use Android. Blackberries, the SDK is in C++. So now I have to do it in Java, C++, and Objective-C. If I want to do something with the web, you know, the easiest language, or the most popular language to teach is PHP. And that's what I'm going to teach after this, is PHP. We'll talk about the web and stuff like that. So now, I just kept it very brief and short. If you want to ask me some questions about the money thing, I know it's slightly outside the scope of IT, but you should have some knowledge of money, because you are going to work for some money in the future. But you have to look up. And have questions or take a little break. What did you think?
How many minutes we have for the break?
As long
When
as you
are we
like.
coming? When are you planning to come back?
I mean, I'm not leaving.
Don't go.
But if you've got any questions or anything, you want to make comments, you know, you don't like the topic, or you like the topic, you know, you give your own opinion, far away.
Yeah. You said about the US dollar that controls the market. I mean, but what about the pound and the euros?
The sterling pound is pegged on 3.4 something dollars. So for every
So
sterling
are
pound,
not independent. They are dependent on
on
dollars.
the dollar, yeah.
Oh shit.
It's all based on the dollar.
Okay.
There was, at the time of Mubarak, there was one minister that said we should, you know, be pegged from the dollar and go back to the gold, or at least do 50-50 or something like that, so at least it's back to some gold. He put him in prison straight away. How dare you do that?
Seriously.
How dare you even think of that? Yeah. And they kicked him out. They kicked him out of the government straight away. Next day, you're out. Go to prison for a little while. You know, for just the idea. I mean, just even conceiving it in the mind. That's right. I mean, they won't do it to you in the UK like that. They'll say to you, you know, they'll fix you up with a scandal or something, and they'll get you out.
That's stupid. That's
Yeah.
not democracy. I mean.
Yeah, but you know, if you look at the rules of the IMF and whatever, they make it illegal to use gold as a legal tender. You know, to do that it's illegal. Although now it's kind of like getting a bit flexible, because you've got one state in America in March 2011, Utah, state of Utah, they've started minting their own gold coins, the eagle, it's called the eagle and stuff. So they started making their own gold and silver. Yes, they are accepting the dollars as well, but they're trying to circulate those gold dollars, or the eagles. If you do research on Ron Paul, he's the guy behind it, Congressman Ron Paul. And then you've got Indonesia, and you've got Malaysia as well. They started minting their own coins.
So there's this thing that is very common in Nigeria, this forex, that people have like an e-gold account. How does it work?
The gold account. How does it work?
E-gold account, and
Yeah.
you make a lot of money from it. And the other one is like forex, like maybe if you're online
Yeah.
at some point, it's just like gambling.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. There was something called eGold. If you go to eGold.com, you see it's closed down. There's a court case going on about eGold.com, because they said they didn't. They took them down. They said they didn't verify the accounts, and there's a lot of money laundering. They accused them of a lot of stuff. They took them to court straight away, and the site is actually down. eGold.com. Yes, there was a lot.
Those who have money with them, they're not involved.
I don't know what happens to the money. I never put money with them to tell you what happens. But maybe, yeah, money is gone, whatever. Forex is different. Forex is basically speculating on this money. All the money is based on the dollar, but it's all, every country is printing its own amount of money. The more one country prints, the more less valuable that currency becomes. The more the dollars, if they're printing more dollars than pounds, all of a sudden the pounds are becoming stronger. It's an illusion, basically. It's not really.
Interesting.
It's not real. It's all an illusion. It's like a little game.
So is that what's responsible for the pound having a higher value than the dollar?
It's only based on the demand of the pound in all over the world. So if someone wants to travel abroad, for example, and they need sterlings, or they're selling the sterlings, they're buying more of another currency. They're buying more of dollar. But if a lot of people are doing it, not just one person, then the pound will decrease because the pound's being sold and something else is being bought. So that thing that's being bought
So you're saying that
there's a demand.
all over the world they buy pounds and dollars?
It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference because everything is pegged on the dollar, and that's when you've got that protection, because the only way you can sell anything, you have to sell it for dollars.
Because let me give you an example. Like in Nigeria, a pound is like 250 naira.
Yeah.
While a dollar is like, let's say, sometimes 150 naira.
Yeah.
So how can you explain the disparity?
The disparity is based on the circulation of the money. See, that money, the dollar, would never become zero. Why? Because the other currency that seems to be more stronger is based on that. So that's always winning. That always has some value. But the illusion is the dollar is being printed more. The government in America is saying, giving permission to the Federal Reserve, print more money, keep printing. So all of a sudden, $1 is now worth $2. For the same thing, you have to pay $2. All of a sudden, you have to pay $10 for the same item. While the other country isn't printing as much as the dollar, but there is a demand for it. And that's when you have the interest rate as well, when people start moving the interest rate. Now, if you think about this, if the UK was offering 5% interest, I don't believe in interest, but let's say they're offering 5%, America's offering 0.5%, more people would be switching their money here and buying sterlings to save, so they get a better return. So that's how things happen.
So this is the game.
It's a game, it's an illusion. But what's happened in 2008, the whole thing started getting out of control. They reached a point whereby they said, man, no matter how much money we keep printing, it's not improving. In 2008, they printed twice as much dollars than in 200 years. Imagine that. They printed more. If you combine the whole amount of money they've been printing every single year, and in 1 year they printed that. The second year they printed twice that. So they just keep printing money, and the situation is not getting any better. That's
Interesting. Good information.
Yeah.
But there's a trend. I mean, that's what I was saying in the email. There's a future trend. You've got countries now all of a sudden saying, right, we're not going to accept this. China, who's lending a lot of money to America, is saying, we don't want your dollars no more. We don't want to take payments in dollars. We want something else. So you've got states like Utah, they're saying, well, I think it's safe for us to start making our own coins. And then you've got Malaysia, you've got Indonesia, and then the whole trickle effect will start to happen. If the economic situation doesn't improve, people start switching across to something more stable.
But the IMF recognizes dollar as like universal.
Yeah, the IMF prints the dollars. The IMF, same people that hold the Federal Reserve, same family group that hold the IMF, World Bank, it's the same family. We're all one family. That's what it is.
What would happen if in the world there would be just one currency? I mean, for example, only dollar. That would be better or would be worse?
Well, at the moment, although you're under that perception that there is different currencies, but really it's the one currency, everything else.
They are dependent on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I assumed that the Gulf area and Dubai and all that stuff had their own currency. But I was wrong when I looked at what's holding that money over there. It's the dollar. I was trying to find a country that says, right, okay, you know, they're completely independent from the dollar. But when you look research into it, you find with the dollar, there's a value of dollars that equate to it. That's what it is, really. There is a way to hold one currency. I mean, the gold is gold. It's the same value. If I give you 4.2 grams of gold, and you give me 4.2 grams of gold, doesn't matter whose picture you got. You got Elizabeth Taylor, you got Queen Elizabeth, you got Michael Jackson on it. You got anyone. It's the same. Gold is gold. You can melt it. It's the same weight. Weight for weight, like for like.
Oh, yeah.
So that is the same currency.
It's the weight.
It's the weight. It's
Yeah.
the weight of gold.
Yeah.
So it's difficult.
It's not about the numbers or written on the
No, it's
or
not.
the
It's not
face
about-
or the
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not about the face or this is the British pound or this is the French pound or whatever.
yeah, that's true.
It's the same. It's the same way. So that is the one currency that has the same value.
Then you're right about
Yeah,
gold and silver would be
it's the same. That would be the one currency because it has intrinsic value. It has someone would value that. They can melt it and they can turn it into jewelry. It doesn't perish, you know, over time.
yeah.
I haven't seen any gold coins or jewelry perishing. Yeah, they might get a little dirty, you need to polish it a little bit, but it's still, the substance is still there. You can't use fish as currency, really. I mean, in the past they used to exchange, but then, you know, you try to store fish somewhere, or you use a goat, for example, and then, you know, a guy who works for a month and he gets a goat at the end of the month, on his way home, the car hits the goat, what happens? He goes to his wife and says, you know, honey, the salary's dead. This month, salary dead. He got hit by a car. He can't go back to his man and say, hey, I worked for you for a whole month, one goat. He died last night. Can't say that, can you?
That's right.
But you know, you drop gold coin, the car drives over it, it's not going to die.
Yeah,
So
that's
pick
right.
it up. Yeah. So,
Okay, carry on.
carry on.
Yeah. Anyway, interesting stuff. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that people don't think about.